What's going on, guys? Hopefully you can hear me all right. I'm waiting on a couple people. Hello, Alex. How you doing, man? Thank you for saying hello. I appreciate that. I'm gonna give everybody a couple minutes to get in, log in. So I'll plug back in here in a second. Just chill out. We're gonna give it a couple minutes so that everybody can hop on here. What's up, Christian? How you doing, man? Hello, Karen. Just gonna give it a little bit of time so everybody can log in here, okay? How you guys doing? You doing all right? Everything going okay? How are your classes going? Guys, do me a favor. While you're waiting, check your grades. Make sure that I've got everything updated. If it's if you've got missing grades or whatever, what's it called? Make sure you figure out what you're missing so that you can get it to me. What I'm doing right now is I'm putting a 0 for anything that I don't have. You got to understand something, okay? I got it. I'm sorry that you feel that way. You have to understand something right now that what's it called? If you're missing something, there's a high likelihood either A, it's somewhere maybe not in the box where you might have turned it in the classroom, or you still have it. Makes sense? The reason why it took me forever was because I was planning on going back during spring break to get the stuff so I can grade it. And unfortunately, this whole thing with the COVID-19 came out, and now I couldn't go back. So I was only allowed like 5 minutes in there. So I went in real quick and got whatever I could from the box. So if you didn't turn something in or you think you did, let me know. In the grade book, it shows a 0. In the grade book, it shows a 0, but it's not affecting you. Does that make sense? It's a no count. Mostly because I don't think it's fair for me to give you a 0 on something that you can't physically turn into me. So what I am doing is you guys got till like 5 p.m. today before I can close out the grades for progress reports. And so what I would like is if you're missing something, send me a picture on Remind 101 or email it or post it on Google Classroom, whatever the case may be. But that way I can put in a grade for you. If maybe one of your partners turned in something and you were partners with that person, they got a grade, you didn't, make sure you let me know. That way I can give you the grade too. Okay, I'm trying to be real easy going with this stuff. I know it's a lot of pressure on you guys. The exam, RAM, that was the genetics exam. So what's it called? I'm not sure if you ended up taking that one or not. I don't know if you remember it, but that was some time back. So what's it called? Email me. So RAM, email me so that way I can fix it. Okay. Who's this person here? Who's helped me? Could sir help me? All right. So one more time, I'm gonna say that one last time before we get rolling here. Check your grades right now. Okay. What's up, Klein? Yeah, exactly, Aries. That's what I'm saying. So if you're missing something and you see a 0 in the grade book, I've set it to a no count because maybe you forgot to turn it in, maybe you did turn it in, maybe it's lost somewhere in the school. I don't know, whatever or in your backpack. What's it called? If there is a 0 there, I set it as a no count just to let you know that hey, I don't have it. So you need it, like somehow get it to me. Okay, Ram. Just I'll try to fix it. Okay. So the 0 isn't affecting you, okay? But I do want you to turn in that stuff. Does that make sense? Because at some point before 5 p.m. today, I've got to finalize those grades. So I do have to turn them into a counting grade. You know what I mean?
But I'm trying to help you guys out as much as I can. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Ram, we'll figure something out to uh, to remedy your genetics exam thing. Okay, maybe I can send it to you online. You can go ahead and do it on there. Um, okay, so let's get started here. I don't have much for you today. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Tomorrow, I hope you guys remember that before in class we've used a platform called Pear Deck. Pear Deck is that it's kind of like Microsoft Slides or Microsoft Slides, like Google Slides or PowerPoint, but it's entirely interactive. Um, so what's it called? I'm gonna post that, and I'll show you. I'll post a video on how I want you to log on and what I want you to do. You can go through that whole PowerPoint presentation on your own tomorrow and update answers by yourself through your student account. Remember, guys, use your student account. Don't use your personal account, because otherwise I see a name that I don't know. So use your student account. Um, so that will be for tomorrow. Okay. Um, I'm not sure if you can FaceTime on the Chromebook. But the Make a Baby was sometime back, Christian, that we did, where you guys did Punnett square crosses and you determined the traits of a baby and then you drew a picture of it. So it was a while back. What's it called? So going back to the whole thing today, all I want to do is kind of catch you guys up on what you should be doing. I want you to go to reflect on all the stuff that you have been doing. I know that being everything being online can be very automated, and I know that some of you guys can feel like I'm just here and go through, I type in my answer, do this, that, and the other thing. I apologize for the questions yesterday. What happened was the document was editable. Does that make sense? So somebody went in there and edited and selected all their answers and so on and so forth. And as they selected it, it updated on Google Classroom. So you guys thought it was an answer key. It wasn't an answer key. It was somebody else's answers. Does that make sense? So I did clean it up. I posted it up again, so it's nice and clean. So if you did it before and you just like put a check mark near what everybody else's answers were, then I need you to go back and do it again, okay? Because all you did was basically copy somebody else's answers. Again, that was my fault. It was the setting that was on there. I didn't catch it, okay? Um, so this is, like I said, today, all I want to talk about is what's going on, what has happened this past week. You get me? So let's talk about, yeah, thank you, Bella. So let's talk about the Going Viral project, okay? That is due tomorrow. That's the one where you create a virus. Don't forget, you're not doing COVID-19, you're not doing something else or the other. You're creating a virus, right? A virus completely of your own. You write a page paper explaining all the things that are in the rubric. What are the symptoms? What survival rate? How does it affect it? How did it come about? Blah, blah, blah. You know the rest. And then the second task is to create a public service announcement, either Google Slides, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Adobe Spark. Just make a public service announcement announcing that there's this pandemic going on, or this virus in Mackay. You guys need to be aware. Make sense? Those are the only two tasks. That's for Friday. That's for tomorrow. As far as where do you upload it, you can upload it to Google Classroom if it lets you. What's it called? If it doesn't, you can also email it to me, okay? Now, I keep getting the same question like over and over and over. Sir, what's your email? Sir, what's your email? Sir, what's your email? Guys, like I've given you my email countless times. And if you look on Google Classroom on the header where it says 5th period or 6th period Google biology, if you click on the arrow down, it gives you all the information about the class, and my emails right there with the remind code and all that stuff. So, and for the last time, like, I'll put it here off to the side in case you don't have it. But it's my first last name at McAllenisd.net, okay? No, you cannot do just the coronavirus. I just finished saying that. No COVID-19, no flu, no measles, no herpes, no human papillomavirus. It has to be completely new, a new virus that you created, okay? And don't copy somebody else's viral symptoms and say it was yours. So, for example, don't go and copy all the COVID-19 symptoms, click and drag, and put it for your new virus symptoms. Okay, because when I upload this to Google Classroom, Google does this originality report where it sends out it compares your work to all the work in the internet that Google has in its database and is able to capture your plagiarism. So don't do that. Make sense? So complete it on your own time. It's a new virus for yourself. Your symptoms, your all that stuff. And if you need help, use the internet, Google, look at past viruses and how they affect you and things of that sort. Talk about body systems, all that good stuff. Okay. Are there any more questions on the Going Viral project? To turn it in, either email or Google Classroom, or just share it with me. If you're doing it on Google Slides, and you just type in share, and then just put my name, hilario.compian@mccallinisd.net. Okay. Any questions on Google on Going Viral? 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. So the other one was the 5 Fingers of Evolution. I've already gotten some of you guys responses. They've been great. What's it called? I am going to say that just make sure that when you're explaining the 5 Fingers of Evolution in the assignment, that you guys know what you're talking about. Okay. Go over what you're going to say before you record it. Okay. That way you don't look like you're like, oh, this is you know this, and then just kind of give me a weird definition or whatever. Like you're just kind of BSing it as you go along. Okay. So make sure that you understand it. So the whole point of today is to reflect on everything that we've learned thus far. Remember that evolution occurs in populations over a period of time. It doesn't occur within one individual or one or two generations. You get what I'm saying? And there's several factors that go into the evolution of organisms. In fact, viruses evolve too, right? Viruses adapt to their environment and things of that sort. So one of the big things that we're seeing right now with the COVID-19 virus is that, yes, it's due on Friday, Christian, yeah. One of the things that we're seeing with the COVID-19 is that it's adapting very quickly and it's mutating very quickly. And those mutated strands are surviving and therefore making more. So now it's able to survive in its environment. So it does display signs of evolution, even as a virus. And remember, viruses are considered non-living. They're only DNA and RNA and protein. Makes sense? So there's not a lot to them, but they still demonstrate that they can evolve, which is basically the whole basis of our existence. You get what I'm saying? Now, the evolution you had at the beginning, you had the evolution notes, and then you had the evolution practice questions. Okay. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to give you the Pear Deck. You guys go through it on your own. It's not going to be teacher led, so I'm not going to be here saying, "Is everybody ready? Click next, click next." It's going to be all on your own time. I'll embed a couple videos in there so that you can watch. I wish I was there to talk it over with you guys. It's a lot of fun whenever we do that. But unfortunately, we're stuck here in this position. So again, check your grades. If there's something that's missing, you feel like something is missing, or you're like, "Coach, I swear I turned that in," or whatever, look in your backpack, look in your stuff, look everywhere for anything that resembles the assignment that you're missing. Okay. And then send me a picture of it on Remind 101 or email. Okay. I've had a bunch of kids do it already from the morning classes, and it worked out okay. I just go, I look through it, and then I grade it there, and that's it, and that's all. I know this is a difficult transition, so I'm not trying to fail you, but I am trying to help you, but I need some sort of documentation that says you actually did it. You get me? Because that's what they're asking for. So when all this is wrapped up, when all this COVID-19 is done and over with, and we go back to school, they want to see, okay, did you guys actually do something at home? Did you actually do some work? Do you have proof? You get me? So make sure you're up to date with that. So tomorrow I'll give you your Pear Deck stuff. And then next week we're gonna try that Google Meets. I'll show you how to do it. I'll try to post up a video on it before we go out there. No, so thank you for asking that. Let me finish this, Caroline, and then I'll come back to your question. Okay. So oh man, I forgot what I was saying. I'm terrible. Um, I forgot. Okay. Anyways, so to answer Caroline, your question, she says, "Are we supposed to have grades for the evolution quiz and the comparative anatomy?" Now, technically, yes. Okay, but I don't want you to spaz, so don't. Okay, this is the idea. The evolution quiz and the comparative anatomy, that was something that we were going to do when we came back from spring break. Does that make sense? That's something that the other teachers did already because they're ahead of us. Okay, well, since we're not going back to school for another 2 weeks, right, until the 10th, at least that's what they project, um, rather than changing the names of those so that we're the same with the rest of the bio teachers, I'm just going to input the grades that you're doing to this week for those two. So, for example, for the comparative anatomy one, I'm going to put in the 5 fingers of evolution grade that you get. Make sense? All that's different is the title. I just wanted to be aligned with everybody else because that's the way we had it originally, and that's what you were going to do originally. It just didn't work out that way. Okay. And then the evolution quiz is going to be your going viral project. Okay. Now, the going viral project was supposed to be a test grade, but the superintendent said that we are not allowed to give test grades during the first week back or the next week too. So probably on the third week, which I think is the week of April 6th, I want to say, is when we're going to do an actual online assessment, some exam of some sort. So does that answer your question? I hope it does. Um, but so that's all we're gonna do next week. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get you guys on Google Meets. I'll post a video on how to sign up for that and how to do that, and then we'll be here and we'll interact with each other. I'm excited to see y'all's faces. I haven't seen y'all in a while. Hope you guys are doing okay. Um, Again, if you need something, if you feel like you need water or toilet paper or whatever, your parents are having a hard time, please reach out. There's no shame in that stuff. Right now, a bunch of people are crazy and they're buying up everything that they don't need. Um, so if you find yourself in that predicament, make sure you let me know or reach out to the school so that we can find a remedy for you. Okay, I will look out for you guys. I have a super good immunity, so never forget COVID-19. What was I going to say? And if you also aren't eating, like for example, you're missing breakfast and you're missing lunch and stuff like that, um, call up the school. The school is doing Meals on Wheels. Essentially, you're still getting school lunch, but they'll come and they'll take it to you. Does that make sense? Or they'll tell you where to go so you can pick it up. So you can go pick up breakfast and lunch, and then I think they'll give you breakfast for the following day if you need to. You get what I mean? Something like that. But it's completely free of charge. All you got to do is reach out. Makes sense? But other than that, I hope you guys are doing okay. Again, I can't stress enough. Look at your grades. Get online. Make sure everything's in alignment. Again, the comparative anatomy evolution quiz, that's going to count for this week. It's just under a different title. That's going to be your 5 fingers of evolution and your going viral grade. Okay, so don't worry about that. I'm going to put that in by the end of the week. If you're missing anything else, make sure you get a hold of me so that way I can make arrangements to help you out. Are there any questions thus far? If there is, you can go ahead and post it on the live chat if you have any questions. If you have any personal issues, shoot me an email or shoot me a text on Remind 101. Other than that, guys, I mean, I just wanted to catch up a little bit with you guys. I appreciate you giving me the time of day. I really miss you guys. So if you don't have any more questions or you don't need any more help right now, then you can just sign off here. I'm going to stay on to maybe about like 20 minutes, 21 minutes, unless I'm answering questions, and then I'm going to sign off. Okay. So I love you guys. Y'all be good. Stay safe. Stay clean. And if you can't be good at what you do. Okay. So you can go ahead and log off if you have no more questions. If you want to stick around, ask some questions. I'm going to be right here. Okay. Bye, guys. Uh, so to answer your question, Miranda, you don't have to send me a picture separately. Like what some of the other kids have been doing is they've been like holding up their notebook and pointing to it as a talk. But if you're straight like here and you're not showing the fingers and you're just like explaining what it is, then yeah, you can send me a picture just to let me know that you have it in your notes. Does that answer your question? Uh, who's uh, who's DT? Do we just send a picture? Okay, Deanna. Yeah, I kind of figured it was you, Deanna. Was gonna say, send a picture of what your five fingers or the going viral project. If you're asking about the five finger project, it was like I was telling Miranda a second ago. You can sit there and like present the five fingers of evolution in your video and talk about it, or you can just be straight without the picture, talk about what you learned in the five fingers of evolution, and then send me the picture of the five fingers later, just so that I know that you did your notes. You can do that. If you're talking about the going viral project, remember that the going viral project, you got to do a page summary of what your virus is, and then on the other one you got to do a public service announcement. So that one could be a picture or a flyer or a video or a Google Slides, whatever you want it to be. Does that help? Does that help? Does that answer your question? Deanna, are you good? Alrighty, guys. If there's no more questions, I'm gonna go ahead and log out. So I'll give you guys like another minute or so. I know sometimes you're kind of lagging. Sometimes the internet lags, not you guys. Um, but if you have questions, ask me now, or send me an email or text, whatever the case may be. I'll give you like another minute or two, and then I'm gonna log on out of here. So if you don't have to stay here if you don't want to. Excuse me. So I hope I've answered your questions. Um, and if I didn't, ask me again. Okay, just let me know. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and log out. You guys be good. Again, if you need anything, reach out via email or shoot me a text. Keep an eye on your grades. If you have any questions about your grades, let me know. Ramiro, I'm gonna send you, if you're still here, I'm gonna send you that test right now. Okay, so you guys be good. I'll see you guys later. Adios. I love you guys. Be good.